So I started my natural hair journey in 2019. It was easy for me to use rice water to take care of my natural hair because the way my hair was growing, I decided to maintain all the Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am going to be talking about my almost 6 year long experience with rice water and growing my natural hair. From day one of starting my natural hair journey, I knew nothing about the natural hair community. I didn't know anything. So I started my natural hair journey in 2019. And the place that I went to learn about natural hair, because I had no one around me that knew anything about natural hair, I had to go to YouTube. And the first trend I was introduced to when I came into the natural hair community was the rice water trend. Now, like I said, coming into the natural hair community, I knew nothing, and my introduction to the natural hair community was with rice water. 2019, when I started using the rice water, I was just using it on autopilot. It's not that I was seeing any results that fresh, that new into my natural hair journey. It was easy for me to use rice water to take care of my natural hair because it was easy to make. I would just take the water out of the rice once I'm done boiling it for my family. So it was free and easy to make. So for 2 years, I was using the rice water. If I would comb or brush out my hair, I wouldn't see much breakage as opposed to the time when I had relaxed hair. And this motivated me to continue using it until 3 years into my natural hair journey, when I noticed that my hair had grown down to the middle of my back. In order to avoid changes that would affect the way my hair was growing, I decided to maintain all the every single thing that I was doing, including the rice water. At some point, after being on my natural hair journey for about 4 years, I decided, let me just like take 3 months off to see if this rice water really helps. Because, like I said, from day one of my natural hair journey, I have been using rice water. Let's see if I'm wasting my time, because the only cons I can say about rice water is the stink. It stinks really bad. To avoid putting myself through this smelly process every single time I wash my hair, let's see if I really need this. The experiment did not even take up to a month. I went back to rice water ASAP. Why? Because my hair felt fragile. The elasticity had reduced, and it was definitely not a placebo effect, because again, I've been on my natural hair for 4 years. No one knows my hair better than me. And as a person with natural hair, I know that the individual strands of my hair are pretty thin. So it's normal for it to be maybe weaker than somebody that has thicker hair strands. Again, the way that I would make my rice water is I would boil the rice. No, I would wash the rice, boil it. Once the rice is ready, I would sift it out, and the water that is left behind is what I would ferment for 3 days before using it. And recently, I started adding coffee to my rice water because I had a setback after using some really bad products here in Ghana. So I started adding coffee to the rice water to like boost its effects, because scientifically coffee is supposed to help with stimulation. This is information that is common to everybody. And I have also read articles that said that coffee can help to stimulate faster hair growth aside from the blood circulation. And even if it does not help with faster hair growth, the mere act of stimulating blood circulation already takes growth factors to my follicles. So I know that I'm putting in the best work that I can. At some point, in my 4-year natural hair journey, maybe towards the 5-year mark, I stopped using rice water because I had picked up bonding treatments. Eventually, I am going to create a video talking about my 2-year experience using bonding treatments. Right now, I am on a hair growth journey. Maybe when you are getting this video, the hair growth journey will be over, but I really doubt that. Because of my setback, I plan on taking the hair growth journey to like the end of the year. Now, because of the hair growth challenge, I am doing mini braids, and I cannot use my bonding treatments on the braids because the particular bonding treatment I am using now, which is K18, requires that my hair be squeaky clean, no conditioner, just shampoo, then apply the treatment, leave it on for 4 minutes, then do whatever you feel like doing after the 4 minutes mark. Now, because again, I am washing and conditioning my braids, doing everything with the braids, I am not taking them down only to redo them and keep them fresh. I had to look for another alternative to fortify my strand. So I had to go back to rice water. And at this point, it's rice water and coffee. Do I plan on continue using rice water? No, because I have discovered some bonding treatments that are made in Europe. This is from L'Oreal, and it includes a leave-in serum. I do not need to wash my hair. I don't need to leave my hair out. I don't need to wash out the serum. I just need to apply it. So I feel like going forward, if I get my hands on that product, rice water might be out of my life. I won't say again, never, forever. I might still revisit it if I can find a way to make it smell better. But once I get my hand on them bonding treatments, rice water might be a wrap for a while.
Rice water, an age-old beauty secret from Japan's Heian period and practiced by the Yao women of China, contains amino acids, B-complex vitamins, vitamin E, inositol minerals, and antioxidants, all of which may contribute to smoother, shinier, stronger, and more elastic hair. These nutrients help detangle strands, reduce surface friction, and coat the hair shaft to minimize breakage and enhance manageability and shine. However, while many users report healthier looking hair, scientific evidence supporting rice water's ability to accelerate actual hair growth is limited. Inositol, in particular, may offer protective and reparative effects, but experts caution that excessive use can cause protein buildup, especially in low porosity hair, and potentially lead to dryness or damage.
That's it for this video. If you enjoyed, please like. And if you're interested in seeing more content from me, consider subscribing. And I'll see you in my next one. Choose.